What's up, guys? It's your bro Oni-chan here again with another deck profile. We have Latent/Philosophy with
What's up, guys?
Undefeated Pure Mekk-Knights.
Yes, sir.
Again. It's even better this time, though.
We'll probably take the other video down, though, 'cause new deck, right? New profile.
All right, let's get right into it.
Let's jump in. So main deck, 3 purple, because this is pure Mekk-Knights. I'm running all the Mekk-Knights, but purple's the best. Target, banish a Mekk-Knight, add a Mekk-Knight from deck to hand. Inherent as long as there's a card, 2 cards in the same column, or another card in the same column. Blue Sky, same thing, special summons, add Mekk-Knights equals the number of cards in the opponent's column. Real standard for the deck. Most everybody runs the Indigo Eclipse in the purple and blue, because Indigo Eclipse, either player's turn will switch Mekk-Knight zones, so you get the counters up, negations and so on. I run 2 Red Moon.
Ooh.
It's a monster pop for anything in its column. It's also 2300 beat stick. It's pretty nice. 2 Yellow Star. It's spell and trap card pop in its column, and 2200 beat stick, 2000 defense as well. And they're level 7s, so I'll get into that in a minute. 2 Green Horizon. It's recurrence. It's a free summon. It's a level 6, and it's 2100 attack. I can't be too upset about that. Orange Sunset. I only run 1, but this card has saved me more times than you can imagine.
Give us an example.
At 3000 defense, basically, I will activate the quick play to summon it from deck, and then they'll link something away that's in the same column as the Orange Sunset, allowing me to summon a Mekk-Knight from hand during their turn, and then just start comboing off, either stopping their plays or building a board they can't get over. 2 Avram. Check this out. This is literally the best monster in the deck. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's a level 4 normal monster, but it honestly has saved me more times than none. It's a normal summon, the only normal summon I can actually do in this deck. So it opens plays, but also there's another card in here that makes this card broken. Now here's the 3 hand traps I main. 3 Teamaton.
Is this some spice here?
Oh, this is serious spice. Teamaton, if there's 3 cards in the same column, you can special summon it from hand.
Okay.
Whenever you special summon it to a zone, it destroys all cards in that zone's column.
Okay.
So, like, let's say I summon it in the center zone, it's going to pop every card in the center.
Now, zoom in on that effect just so they can read it too.
Exactly. It is hard to use, so if they negate it, it kind of sucks. But if they don't, it's really cool. It's also
summon hard once per turn also?
It is.
Okay, so everything's hard once per turn.
Hard once per turn. Because it's also, they have to negate it while it's in hand. If they don't, it's going to pop.
Oh, okay.
So, it lures a lot of stuff out. But it also, no cards can be placed in this monster's column.
Okay.
So if you build up an extra monster zone that has no arrow pointing forward, you can summon this to the other extra monster zone, and they can't summon from extra deck. So it's a good way to block. And 3 Ash. Representing these 3 Ash from my good buddy here, hooking me up with the good trades.
I mean, I can get commons now, so.
Yeah, that's true. But those secrets look nice. That forehead looks not as good in a secret, but that's okay.
Get that blur out of the way so you guys can enjoy that forehead too.
Lolly Felix.
Lolly Phoenix. All right, that's the monster lineup.
How many is that?
Let's see, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, plus 6 is 23 monsters.
And this is a 40 card deck?
42.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he always has 42, remember?
42 is the best number. It's the best number. Spell lineup. 3 Scars. All Mekk-Knights gain 300 attack and defense on the field.
Is this the card that has that
Yes.
extra effect that
Yes.
nobody ever knows about?
No one ever knows about that effect, but I've actually got it off multiple times, and even in tournaments. So the second effect is to discard a Mekk-Knight or World Legacy card, pop a card. I mean, not pop a card, draw a card. But this third effect is the best effect. Banish 8 Mekk-Knights with different names from field or grave. Send their entire hand and extra deck to grave.
I'm going to zoom in on that just so they all are very well aware and well informed. Yes, you can do it. Right there, last line, guys. Thank you, Philosopher.
I've seen you get that off too.
It's hilarious.
And nobody ever knows it does that.
No one expects it either. It's one of those things. Memory is probably one of the best World Legacy cards, especially for Mekk-Knights in general, as a pure build. It's a quick play. You special summon Mekk-Knight from deck. It is a hard once per turn, but I mean that's not too big of a deal. the monster you special summon returns to hand at the end phase, but I mean it doesn't matter if you're using it for link fodder, protection, or honestly just to summon purple, banish itself, and then add another one. I run one key. It's trap negation for the deck, but also on activation adds a Mekk-Knight from banished back. So let's say you banish purple during your turn, you summon purple, only summon purple last turn, add purple back, summon it again, and just keep going. But having a little bit of trap negation is kind of useful, and it's searchable with the Morning Star. 2 pinpoint landings. This card is actually pretty broken in my opinion.
It's on the effect then.
It's
all
a
broken cards.
If exactly one monster is special summoned from your hand to your field, you can draw one card. That only can be applied once per turn, but it allows you to chain block. So you summon Blue Sky chain 1, pinpoint landing chain 2. Now you get your Blue Sky for certain, and they can't stop you. And then you get a free draw if they don't stop this. Once a session. I don't need any more than one. It's searchable with Morningstar. It's a monster reborn to whatever it link arrow points to. It's even better if they have like a Saryuja and you summon to their zone that it's pointing to. Monster Reborn, it's the same thing, but Monster Reborn.
But why is Monster Reborn good?
well, that is arguable.
Yeah.
that right there is why.
It lets you draw 2 cards from your deck if you didn't know. Spicy tech of the deck.
Yeah.
Faustian Bargain. This card won me almost every single game during the tournament tonight.
Okay.
So you send one special summon monster from either side of the field to the grave.
Okay.
So, Crystal Wing, Borreload, it doesn't even matter. And then
Does it target or no?
does not target. And then you summon Avram from hand.
This is the broken one.
So you get a free monster, a free summon, and
off theirs.
and you get removal. And since Avram is searchable from Blue Sky and purple, this card can always be live.
Okay.
That's the spells, sitting at 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
My favorite number. It's unlucky.
Honestly, the best card for Mekk-Knights is World Legacy Secret. It's a monster negation. On activation, target a level 5 or higher engrave, special summon it. So it's like a Call of the Haunted.
With negation?
With negation. So you wait for them to summon a monster and activate their effect, chain Secret, summon your Mekk-Knight back out of grave to the zone that that monster they activated is in, and then negate their effect. Because at resolution, this is already up on field, and its effect is negated. Also searchable from Morningstar. 2 Whispers, one of the ones most people don't run. It's a spell negation. But also at activation, target a level 5 or higher on field. Give it 1,000 more attack and defense. It's pretty useful to help beat over things that are just kind of tricky for Mekk-Knights to get over.
Yeah.
Or you can wait for damage calc while they're trying to beat over something of yours, chain this, and get that a little bit of advantage when you need it. And then I main 2 broken lines.
Spice.
It's pretty much just spice. It's another card for me to set to summon more Mekk-Knights, but also if I set it to a zone that I'm not going to be summoning to, or a zone that they already have a link monster in, or I know they're going to summon to, I can set this in that extra monster zone as soon as they activate their extra monster zone effect or a spell or trap in that column, negate and destroy.
Okay.
So just one little extra spicy negate for anything in its column. And that's the
It's
main
like a
deck.
judgment, but for a column?
Basically, yeah. And that's sitting at 7 for traps. So, which actually makes it 43. I didn't know I was running 43 cards.
Oh gosh. Take out Broken Line.
It's too broken. It's too broken. I have to keep it. Side deck. Too honest. I used to main it, but not many decks are battle heavy these days or have to beat over things. So I kind of just side it for the things that I do need to get over.
Yep.
3 effect failure. Sad part is I sided effect failure in my game 2 of every single match. Never saw it once.
Oh shit, yeah. I've been there.
But I mean, it's still useful to have in the side, just because there's so much, and one negation can do for you. I used to main Moonmere Shield. I put it on the side now, because again, beating over things isn't as important. For those trap heavy decks, I run 2 key
Oh yeah. Wonder who you know that plays a lot of trap cards.
because it's a World Legacy card and it just
Can you think of
shuts
anyone that plays a
down
lot
traps.
of...
I do know someone who plays a lot of traps. In fact, yeah, Burn. In fact.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, glad there's no burn players here.
Oh man,
That would suck.
that'd be horrible.
Speaking of, one quick second diversion from the deck. Is there anything you want to say for those that want an update on your chain burn?
Coming soon to a theater near you.
Got it.
Another spicy side tech, Power Filter. It's really good against Salmon Grates. It's really good against Guard Dragons. It basically shuts down anything that would attempt to special summon with 1,000 or less attack,
Okay.
and just says no. Plus, it has Ojamas on it, and everyone loves those.
Oh, it's those what those are. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it's too
They're
shiny.
They're just
It's
dying.
too shiny for you, I'm sorry.
There we go.
2 anti-spells.
Nothing really needed to be said.
Nothing to be said. It's good against pendulums,
Yep,
especially.
yeah, locals, and even there's pendulums at regionals have been wrecking people.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I got
crazy.
wrecked by
at the last regionals, everyone.
I don't know. I think they're starting to come back a little bit. We'll
It's
see.
because nobody's ready for them.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And then everyone's afraid of evenly, so I run 3 Imperial Iron Walls.
And good against.
It's also good
Thunder.
against Thunder Dragons, good against zombies. It's good against a lot. So that's the side.
Yep.
Extra deck.
a side?
15.
15.
Whoa, really?
Oh yeah.
I always try 16, but you know.
Extra deck's pretty simple. I don't really use extra deck very much. I go into it when I can, but there's only really 3 monster extra deck I really use. Pleiades, it's a light, 2 level 5 light monsters.
This is the bouncer, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So it's good to get over stuff. You can use 2 blue skies.
Is that a targeted bounce?
It is a targeted bounce,
Okay.
but it's during either
Still-
player's
still.
turn, so I can do it once
Yeah.
on my turn and once on theirs. It's useful. Adrius, Keeper of
Blast
Armageddon.
from the past, guys. I remember when this card was like ape.
Sometimes I just need to pop a face-up card. My deck has no removal for field spells, so that's where this guy comes in.
Draco. Yep.
I mean, basically.
Or
Back
other
row,
Mekk-Knights with your.
again, back row is always a problem. So 1 Arsenal's in Mao, pops 2 set cards on field. Or if they're running like sub-terrors, I can pop their set sub-terrors.
Yeah.
Sometimes pushing for game is important, so Utopia Beyond, 2 level 6s, and when it's summoned, reduces all their monsters' attacks to 0. I have swung for game many times because of this guy. I love him. Sometimes I get close to game and I just need a burn. So Flare Battle, repping that ultimate rare.
Hell yeah.
Same thing with Big Eye. Maybe
About
push
ultimate
for game.
About the ultimate
Oh,
rare.
and about the ultimate rare. Push for game, take their monster.
Hey, you remember that time with the lightning? And I was playing Dark Lords, and I took your lightning and I beat you to death with it.
I don't
because of Big
remember,
Eye.
but I'm sure it happened.
Yeah.
Happened at some point. Right?
Wait, I think I remember now.
Yeah. Good times.
A couple rank 8s. Lancelot, it's a good generic negation, and
Isn't
it also
it mandatory? Isn't it mandatory?
it is a mandatory negate, but I mean most of your stuff doesn't have to activate, so it forces your opponent to waste a card, just generally. Plus, it also attacks directly and pops a monster when it deals damage. So it's good it's a good game winner. Hope Dragon, good spell negation.
Yeah, just straight up. Yep.
Yeah.
People know what it does.
As for Lynx,
Hip.
Hippo Shenanigan.
I love him.
He's so cool looking.
This is stupid.
Boost lights by 500, or reduce darks by 4. Just good generic Link too.
And recycle.
Best Link in the deck is Morningstar.
That card.
Get on
Won
that.
me so many games. On summon, discard a Mekk-Knight or World Legacy card. Add a World Legacy card from deck to hand. So it searches you out all your plays and your continuers. But its other effect is even honestly more busted in my opinion. At 2,000 attack, it's already pretty good. But any monster not in that attacks a Mekk-Knight you control that is not already in that Mekk-Knight's column, that Mekk-Knight cannot be destroyed by battle, and also I take no battle damage.
Oh yeah.
So
Just so annoying to beat over.
so many people don't read its effect, and if I get 2 on board, it makes it a lot more difficult. Spectrum Supreme, I do run 2. It's useful for games sometimes. I don't normally summon it very often. Typically, I summon it when I need to get the field effect off.
What does it do? I actually don't know what it does.
2+ Mekk-Knight monsters. While nothing points is under its arrows, it's untargetable and indestructible,
Okay.
which is just generically good. But you can also send a card in its column that you control to the grave, so like a spell or trap below it,
Yeah.
and special summon a Mekk-Knight from your deck.
What's this first line though? It also says it can attack directly.
Oh yeah, and there's no cards in its column at all. It can attack your opponent directly.
Okay.
So free
3K to the face.
free 3K. Why not? And then because every deck needs to run them these days, a boar load and bowl sword.
2 port. Yep.
If you don't,
Because they're eater of a million targets, right?
absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
That's what they are.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I unironically did that for Trick Stars.
I honestly never even summon these, but they're funny to have in here.
yeah, for sure.
Because they scare people more than anything else.
Yeah.
And I keep it on top of the extra deck.
Yeah.
But that's it, guys.
All right. So,
Garnish.
anything else you want to say to our fans that are still growing?
Honestly, play what deck you love. What wins in tournaments is not necessarily the deck itself, but how you play it. Just have fun with it. That's
Shut
all.
the fuck up. Play to win. Okay? Play to win.
I
That's why you
tried.
play
I tried.
Chamber.
I really tried.
It's fun.
I'm trying to
and
be
you
like,
win.
honest here.
It's
know.
tier 0. It's tier 0.
What, Mekk-Knights or Chamber?
Chamber.
Oh, okay.
Chamber. And that's why, you know, I thought I'd give everyone a break.
Well, hey,
from broken.
just remember, if you're going against Chainburn, side roll decree.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, do you guys want to have any shout outs? Any shout outs to the store? I'll do a shout out.
Stop by Docs in Frisco.
Yeah.
Docs Comics and Games.
Cool, cool.
They'll hook you up with a lot of stuff and get you started.
They're awesome. All right. Say hi, Andre, here on camera.
man?
All right.
Blake
June.
best girl. Oh,
Hi.
Hi. All right.
Blake best girl.
Let's appreciate the beauty there. Hell yeah.
Peace out,
right.
scrubs.
Peace, guys.